Okay, you guys, welcome to reading. Today, I posted this article just a little while ago, but if you didn't get a chance to read it, that's fine. We'll do it together. And remember, you can always go to the top and hit this little play button right here, and it's going to play it for you. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. So remember, you guys, if you're taking the test, the first thing I would want you to do is click on the question sets, and you see, what do antibiotics kill? The text provides a description of antibiotics, how they work. The text also provides a story about two sisters became sick. How does the story relate to the description? Number 3, the toughest germs are usually killed in a prescription that lasts doses of the antibiotic. 4, what might happen? People take antibiotics, I don't need them. 5, what's the main idea? Number 6 says, read these sentences from the text. 7, choose the best answer that completes the sentence. Sylvia needs antibiotics because she had an infection caused by bacteria. Blank, Carmen did not need antibiotics because she had an infection caused by a virus. This one asks about an explanation why Sylvia got sick. Number 9 goes back to what happens if people take antibiotics and don't need them. And 10 says, why is it important to take antibiotics responsibly? So you have an idea of kind of what they're looking for, is why I had you do that, okay? And that's just a test-taking strategy that you would want to do. You want to read the questions first before you actually go and read the article, so you have an idea what you're looking for. So let's go back to the text and we'll read this. Okay. So it says antibiotics, use them wisely. Okay. Antibiotics are the best drugs we have to fight deadly bacteria, but the germs are fighting back. Achoo. Carmen has been feeling miserable for the last 3 days, sneezing and coughing. If she doesn't get well soon, she might miss important tests at school. She might miss the holiday parties. Carmen asked her parents to take her to the doctor. She wanted the doctor to give her antibiotics. Carmen's sister, Sylvia, has also been feeling sick, and the doctor gave her antibiotics. Sylvia started feeling better after a couple of days. But after the doctor checked Carmen, he said something she found deeply disappointing. You don't need antibiotics, but you gave them to Sylvia and she's better now, replied Carmen. Sylvia had strep throat. You have a cold, the doctor said. Because Sylvia's strep throat, but your cold is caused by a virus. Some people call antibiotics miracle drugs, but they don't kill all kinds of germs. They kill bacteria, not viruses. Carmen learned that antibiotics wouldn't cure a cold. Antibiotics kill germs that cause many infections: tuberculosis, ear infections, and some types of pneumonia. A type of lung infection are just a few. Thanks to these drugs, most people don't die of diseases today. So what are antibiotics? Some living things like mold make substances that kill bacteria. These substances are called antibiotics. Others are made by mold. Scientists make them in special laboratories. Alexander Fleming discovered the first antibiotic in 1928. He was working with the mold penicillium. Fleming discovered that penicillin made a substance that killed bacteria. He called it penicillin. Penicillin kills such germs as Staphylococcus. These germs are very dangerous to people. When they get inside the bloodstream, they reproduce or make more of themselves, killing the person. During the 40s, everyone got very excited about penicillin. Doctors would now cure their patients of bacterial infections that threaten their lives. People all over the world thought the drug would once get rid of all these deadly germs. But time provided everyone wrong. Bacteria are here to stay, and they're even stronger than before. So it says, take only as directed. When the doctor gave Sylvia a prescription for penicillin to treat her strep throat, he said very seriously, you must take all the doses of antibiotic, one with each meal, until you finish. This will take 10 days. You have to take it all to get rid of the germs. Sylvia started taking the antibiotic, but after a few days, she felt better and stopped taking it. She felt fine for a week or so, but then her throat started to hurt again. It got worse than the first time. Her parents took her to the doctor again. The doctor asked Sylvia if she had finished all her medicine. She told him she forgot about when she felt better. That's why you got sick again, the doctor said. Most of the germs that are making your throat hurt were killed easily by a few doses of antibiotics. That's why you felt better after a few days. But some germs are tougher. You need more doses of the drug to kill them. When you stopped taking the antibiotic, you left the toughest germs alive. These bacteria reproduce, and now you have many of these toughest kinds causing your sore throat. The medicine Sylvia took the first time will not kill these tougher germs. They are resistant to the drug. The doctor had to kill the bacteria using a different medicine. This time the doctor gave Sylvia medicine to take only for 5 days. Each dose had more medicine in it, and the medicine lasted longer inside her body. Sylvia took all the medicine this time. She didn't want to get sick again. So it says fighting back bacteria. Sylvia and Carmen know why germs fight back. The doctor explained that some germs make substances destroy the drug before they can reach them. Other bugs can pump the drugs out before they hurt them. Resistance to these drugs allow germs to stay alive and make people sick. Some germs, such as deadly Staphylococcus aureus, are now resistant to some of the medicines. Doctors are afraid that someday many bacteria will fight back many or all the antibiotics. This happened, doctors will not be able to cure deadly diseases like tuberculosis or pneumonia. The good news: there are ways to help stop bacteria from becoming resistant. Take antibiotics just as the doctor ordered. Take antibiotics only when you have an illness caused by bacteria. Remember, these drugs only kill bacteria, not other germs. Also, if people take antibiotics they don't need them, they will kill off the friendly bacteria too. The friendly bacteria helps keep bad bugs from growing quickly. When the good germs die, bad germs grow faster. Bacteria are here to stay. By taking antibiotics responsibly, you can stop them from becoming a deadly enemy. Okay, so let's go to the questions here. What do antibiotics kill? Let's go back up to the passage. And you can see antibiotics are the best drugs for fighting deadly bacteria. So it's about bacteria. So we go to these questions. And germs that kill viruses. Okay, so it'd be A. You have to be kind of careful about that, about infections and viruses. And let's go back to that so you can kind of see. So your cold is caused by a virus. So antibiotics don't work on viruses. Okay, so that's why those questions you have to kind of be careful about the A and B. You have to make sure that you go back and look. Okay, so let's do that one more time. They kill bacteria, not viruses. So the question sets, they kill bacteria, not viruses. So it'd be germs that cause many infections. So it'd be B. Okay, not A. It would be B. Okay, the text provides description about antibiotics and how they work. The text also provides a story about two sisters become six. How does the story relate to the description? Okay, the story supports the description about antibiotics and how they work because you have the two sisters. One basically had strep throat, the other one had a virus. So the bacteria only works on the strep throat. Okay, so antibiotics don't cure everything, especially they don't cure viruses. Okay, so this story would support the description because it talks about how one sister gets sick, but the antibiotics don't work for the type of sickness she has. The toughest germs are usually killed in the prescription's last doses of an antibiotic. What evidence of the text supports this conclusion? Remember, she stopped taking them. So the doctor says so you must take all the doses of antibiotic, one with each meal until you finish. It'll take 10 days. You have to get rid of all the germs. Because remember, she said after 3 or 4 days, she started feeling better, but she didn't kill all the germs. So that's why it's important to, like, if you ever had strep throat, they give you penicillin and it's 10 days. You have to take it for all 10 days to make sure that you kill all the germs. So for this one, Sylvia started taking the antibiotic. A few days, she felt better and stopped taking it. When she stopped taking the antibiotic, she left the toughest germs alive. Okay, so this one, it's basically B or D, and I think it talks about the last dose of the antibiotic, and that's probably the toughest germs. If you pick B, it wouldn't necessarily, that's a pretty good answer, but I think the best answer would be D, because the toughest germs are the ones you kill at the very end. Okay. What happens if people take antibiotics they don't need? These people might get a virus, maybe not. People might get a bacterial infection. Basically what it is they might get resistant to antibiotics. It talked about it kills off some of the good, basically, antibiotics that we have in your body that actually help naturally fight them. So you might basically, if you took penicillin year round, eventually when you got strep throat, it wouldn't work because you've killed off some of the good antibiotics. Your body would be so used to that, it really wouldn't work when you get sick. Okay, so it's basically the people might become resistant to antibiotics. So it would be C. What is the main idea of this text? I think it's really A. It's important to take antibiotics responsibly. Because two things. It talked about Sylvia stopping before the prescription was up. So being responsible is taking it all 10 days. I think that would be the best one, that you have to follow, obviously, the doctor's orders and make sure you take basically all of the medication. Also, it talks about people taking it when they're not sick, and that would be irresponsible. So you want to make sure that you're always taking the drugs prescribed responsibly. Okay, number 6. Also, if people take antibiotics, they don't need them, they will kill off the friendly bacteria too. The friendly bacteria helps keep the bad bugs from growing as quickly. When the good germs die, bad germs grow faster. What does the author use friendly to describe some bacteria? That would be D, to suggest that bacteria are good for your body, because we do have natural bacteria. Not all bacteria is bad. And friendly is just a way of saying there's some bacteria in our body that actually helps fight off the germs without any prescription. And that's why I talked about if you start taking those like penicillin year round, it's killing off some of those friendly bacteria that we need in our body to help us stay healthy. Like we have bacteria in our stomach that helps break down the food, and that would be kind of an example of friendly bacteria. And if we start taking antibiotics, maybe it starts to harm some of that friendly bacteria in our stomach, and then maybe we don't digest food the way we should. So some bacteria is good for our body. So that would be D. Okay, 7 says, choose the answer that best completes the sentence. Sylvia needed antibiotics because she had an infection caused by bacteria. Blank, Carmen did not need antibiotics because she had an infection caused by a virus. It would be however. However, Carmen did not need antibiotics because she had an infection caused by a virus. Therefore, it would be okay too, but the best answer would be B, however. Okay. And that would be B. Okay, what explanation did the doctor give Sylvia why she got sick again? Remember, Sylvia didn't finish, and we'll go back to the text here. Sylvia didn't finish taking her antibiotics all the way through. And that is, let me see where she said. That's why you got sick again, the doctor said. Most of the germs that were making your throat hurt were killed easy by a few doses of antibiotics. That's why you felt better. But after a few days, some germs are tougher and need more doses to kill the drugs. So she stopped taking it, and those tougher germs didn't get killed. So she stopped taking it because she didn't kill off all of the germs, especially the tougher ones. So that's number 8. That's an explanation the doctor gave Sylvia. Okay. What could happen if you take antibiotics when you don't need them? We've kind of talked about that. It kills off some of the good bacteria, and then you also could become immune to some of those antibiotics. And I think it talks about that. Let me see here. So it says take only as directed. And that is, I'm trying to find that. I think it's take only in directed. And for the reason we talked about, if you, like I said, if you're not taking it through the 10 days, the penicillin, the germs can come back. And also, if you're taking penicillin when you're not sick, it's going to start to kill off the friendly bacteria. And those are probably 2 good reasons for number 9 here. What could happen? People take antibiotics and not need them. And why is it important to take antibiotics responsibly? And that kind of goes with that because you got to make sure you kill all the germs, even the tough ones. That's why if you get 10 days worth of a medicine or 2 weeks, whatever it says in the prescription bottle, even though you might start feeling better, you want to make sure you take the medicine until it's gone, especially if they say take one every day for 2 weeks. So it's kind of important to follow what's on the prescription bottle. And also don't take penicillin when you're not sick, because then, like I said, it starts to kill off some of the friendly bacteria. Okay, so that is it for today. And remember, you guys, if you want, and I'll show you here once again, if you're having a hard time when you go back and understanding it, you can always hit this play button here, and this will play. And then you can read and listen at the same time. So it's just a way to help you guys out. Okay. So that's it for today. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.